Norman, you told me a little bit about how the Foundry is going to be able to change the inmate, and what you sort of, you painted a picture for me of what this would look like. This is, in essence, taking the framework of scarcity that the inmate is working with because they have nothing, providing them with something, hoping they will then begin to evaluate what is important in their life, have some self-worth in their life, and hence make decisions that are then conducive to their well-being.
Correct. Correct. That's it in a nutshell.
Tell me, what are some of your hopes? What are some of your aspirations for the Foundry, short-term, long-term, and how other people can be a part of this burgeoning movement?
All right. Well, the organization, I'm not sure everyone was made it clear, but when the inmates invited the Quakers in, their concern was how to prevent their loved ones, their children, their brothers and cousins from following them into this warped system of incarceration. And that was what caught my attention with AVP. And I came home and started working with children. And oftentimes, you know, young men, especially young little black men, would tell me, "You ain't my daddy." And I had no answer for them because I wasn't their daddy. So I realized that my mission, what I would be best at, was working with their daddies. And if I can get their fathers to stay home, they can help me save the children. I'm after the children, man. I'm after the kids. Because, you know, what, as bad as it may seem, felons like me, I've already made my bed. Okay? I've joined a fraternity I can never get out of. I'll be a felon when they throw the dirt in my face. Okay? But if I can stop them babies from following me into this, from shutting down the avenues that are open to them, the myriad avenues that are open to people in America. If I can prevent one child from taking a road down that felony road and cutting itself off, my mission, you know, I've done something. I want to make a difference in somebody else's life, especially some kid, because if I can save a kid, then who knows how many people I can save behind here.
And can you tell me a little bit about also some of your hopes and aspirations, some of your vision, and what may be beholden for us in the future of the Foundry?
Well, Riz, as general counsel for the organization, I hope to protect and to promote the Foundry, and such that it could become a special interest group.
Both of you are very passionate about this project, about the renewal, the bringing about of justice. How did the two of you get together and get on the particular tracks of justice that you are currently on?
Well, as a law student, I was taking a mediation clinic, an alternative dispute resolution clinic, which got me hip to AVP. So I attended some weekend workshops, and I got law school credit hours for attending. And in the workshop, Norman was a facilitator, and so I just sort of gave myself over to the experience. I was blown away by it. I found it very powerful. It wasn't... It's not a lecture series. It's not educational.
It's experiential.
Yeah. It's interactive. It's not educational. You learn something. It isn't religious per se, but I saw miracles take place. You know, I was witness to them. I participated in them. And so I sort of brought the gospel back to the classroom. I got a couple of my classmates to join me for another community workshop, and then pretty soon we're going inside as visitors to do workshops up at the county workhouse. And boy, nothing like it. Nothing like it. To be able to visit a prison and then leave.
Yeah.
I recommend it. It broadens you.
Yeah.
So I found that kind of a pivotal moment in my law school experience, which was, it was drudgery and everything people say it is. But to have this extracurricular experience put me on a new path. And it reminded me of why I went into law school in the first place. Trying to make the world a better place.
Yes.
Try to help people. It's a helping profession.
Norman, can you tell me a little bit, how did you become a facilitator? And what do you get? What did you get out of that?
I became a facilitator at Faribault Correctional Facility in Minnesota. I was doing a 5-year stretch, actually a 7-year stretch, and I went into prison facing a 20-year prison sentence, and I prayed, and the law interceded, and the 20-year sentence turned into 7. And I had a penchant for rage. And I realized that if I came out of prison in 5 or 7 years and was still raging, that it was only going to be a matter of time before I wound up back and reincarcerated. And this time the 20 years was going to stick. So I needed to do some adjustment in my own thinking. So I was doing some work on that, and then there was a flyer on the yard saying that we have an Alternatives to Violence Project workshop going on this weekend. I signed up, and I saw some miracles happen. I saw guys walk in, segregated, extremely segregated. This was a prison environment, so you had gangs or gang affiliations type of individuals come in, and they were segregated. You had the whites over here, the Bloods over here, the Crips over here, the GDs over here. You had people, natives over there, very few natives, but whatever ones they were over there by themselves. The Asian, not the Asians, but the Latinos. All right, they were just segregated. But by Saturday night, because this is a Friday night, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday workshop. By Saturday night, these guys were laughing and joking, and they had become a family. And it was like, this stuff is powerful because it transcended all the barriers that these guys walked that yard with every day. I was locked up with these guys, and I seen them all before. And when we walked into this room, we were all on the same page. I don't like you, you don't like me, and everything. But we walked out of there a family. In a weekend, we became a family. We began to love and care about each other. And at that point, I was like, okay, this is something I need to dedicate my life to. This is a message I need to spread and share with the rest of the world, because I might be able to help somebody.
Powerful stuff.
You got to do a workshop. You got to do a workshop.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Excited just to hear the excitement level of you two gentlemen, and just the commitment and dedication that you are bringing to this. How can people get involved? People that are interested in the Foundry, how can they support you? How can we continue to raise the consciousness level of this segment of the population that still continues to be unfairly discriminated against and locked out of many opportunities that are afforded to other segments of society?
Well, right now you can help in 2 ways actually. 3 actually. We can use your prayers. We can definitely use your prayers, and we can use your money. We are setting up a PayPal account where you can, give us tax-deductible donations, or you can give us interest-bearing loans. All right, we can get into that later on some other time. You can attend workshops. Okay, there's nothing that we can do that's more powerful than share this message with as many people as we can, because what we do is lower the level of violence. That's what we teach, conflict resolution, and that just calms people down. And that's a wonderful thing. It's like maybe there won't be a need for some young kid to get his brains blown out in an alley, or somebody to feel like they have to kill or shoot somebody because they ran off with some money. Maybe we can teach people that maybe you don't have to get your money in a way that's going to threaten somebody else's life.
That's so true.
Right? But people feel like that's the only, those are the only choices they have. We give people alternatives to violence and violent choices. Alternatives. Choice.
Great, great. And so last question here about the sustainability in regards to the future of the project. How do you see yourself sustaining yourself in the future going forward here?
Well, through our efforts, we hope to empower people to rise above the circumstances that brought them to us in the first place, such that they can become real power players in their communities. I mean, we're also creating a community within a community, which, once you have a network, it tends to make things easier, when you have some clout.
Absolutely.
And so, in bringing people together and making them feel like part of this fraternity of sorts, they can help each other, and it will be a self-sustaining organization. Perhaps quite lucrative. I mean, I see there's a lot of potential when you remove these barriers.
What we want to do is take our property that we're trying to invest in. We want to take it and rent rooms out and become self-reliant.
Great.
If we're self-reliant, we can use our equity and grow.
Great, great. Okay.